Before we start tonight, I'd like to offer a prayer. It was written by my dear colleague, Rabbi Karen Kedar of Deerfield, Illinois. And she kind of captures our mood. Even though we're commanded to be joyous on Shabbat, the events of the last 24 hours again have shaken us to our core. She writes a prayer of courage and consolation. Holy One of blessing, grant us the will to stand firm in the face of evil and hostility, not to be silent or afraid, to work diligently and faithfully to banish wickedness from the earth. Holy One of blessing, grant us the courage and resolve to speak when there is hatred, to act when there is confusion, to join with others and build a world of safety, understanding, and acceptance. Because there is hate, dear God, help us heal our fractured and broken world. Because there is fear, dear God, grant courage and faith to those in need. Because there is pain, oh God, excuse me a second. Because there is pain, oh God, I like hard copies so much better. Bring healing to the shattered and wounded. Because there is hope, dear God, teach us to be a force for justice and kindness. Because there is love, dear God, help us to be a beacon of light and compassion. We're going to begin with the song called Shir Chadash. We sing unto God a new song. And the lovely thing about this is there's Hebrew and English for people to participate in. We've sung this often over the years, so you may recognize it. But even if you don't, you can join in. It's a pretty simple tune, and we really love singing it. We'd love to sing it with you. It goes like this. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai. Look at those happy kids up there. Be a happy kid. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai. Here's the English part. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai. Here's the middle part again. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. All the unto God, a new. It's your mama Lashon. Come on, sing it. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai. Shir Chadash. Shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai. Shir Chadash. So I'm going to invite anybody who wants to come from the Ruth Love clan up to lead us in candles and Kiddush on the pulpit. And Ruth, you don't have to. This is going to be in your honor. You sit there and enjoy. All the rest are going to go up. And it's our custom for lighting candles for you to rise as you are able. Do you see your picture up there? There we go. So light first. Come on, you're welcome. It's a pretty open pulpit. It's a party. So why don't you all read together? Okay, so as soon as she finishes that, there we go, blow. There, perfect. Together?
As these candles give light to all who behold him, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
And here's the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Say Shabbat Shalom to each other, please. No flash, okay? Okay, there we go. Hold this. Ready? I'll pick a key. Don't drink yet, okay? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri agafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'vratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava u'vratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. It's just juice. There. It's Vintage Tuesday. I want you to know that. Everybody, please find your seats again. And you can put your cap on the cup. Thank you for being up here. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. Perfect.
Good job. Thank you.
Good Shabbos. The first part of the Shabbat service is called Kabbalat Shabbat, receiving Shabbat, welcoming Shabbat. And we like to do this in ways that involve everybody, people who are comfortable with the Hebrew and people who like the English as well, and people who can string guitar straps on their necks. Oh, that's supposed to be me, right? So this is one we've made popular over the last couple of years. It goes like this. Lechu niranena, yai lai lai lai. The yai lai is easy, isn't it? Adonai, yai lai lai lai. Naria, Naria, lai 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 lai. Litzur yishenu, lai 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 lai. Let us sing unto God, the maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation from mountain to sea hear our song. Lechu niranena, lechu niranena, lai 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 lai. La Adonai, lai 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 lai. Naria, lai 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 lai. Litzur yishenu, lai 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 lai. Let us sing out to God, the maker of all, sure. Wait for all of God's wonders and all of God's light. We rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. Lechu niranena, lai 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 lai. La Adonai, lai 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 lai. Naria, lai 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 lai. Litzur yishenu, lai 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 lai. So that's from the Psalms, And there's a much more recent, a very modern song. It's called Lecha Dodi, We Greet the Bride. How modern is it? It's only 500 years old. Because the Psalms are 3,000. It's very new. It's just hit the charts. It's very popular. And this version that we sing here, we sing indoors and outdoors at camp and in all kinds of places. We sing the 4 verses from Lecha Dodi. In the last verse, we're all going to rise and face the rear. The last 2 words, the last verse, Boi Kala, we bow. Maybe the bride is Harriet, maybe you're going to be the bride tonight. Or maybe the bride's going to come in for the parking lot. We do not know. There's a lot of mystery and mystical knowledge associated with Lecha Dodi. It goes like this. La 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 Lecha Dodi. La 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 Likrat Kala. La 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 B'nai Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat Nikah. Try that. La 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 Lecha Dodi. La 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 Likrat Kala. La 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 B'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat Nikah. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Ishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. L'shemo tiferet, v'litila Lecha Dodi. Dai, dai, dai. La, 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 la. You can do the la-las, right? La, 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 Likrat Kala. La 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 la, B'nei Shabbat, B'nei Shabbat Nikah. Likrat Shabbat, Lechu v'nelcha. Kihi Mikor Aberacha. Merosh Mikedem Nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'mashvat ilai. Lai, lai, lai. La, 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 la. Lecha Dodi. You're getting the pattern. La, 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 la. Likrat Kala. La, 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 la. B'nei Shabbat. B'nei Shabbat Nikah. Hitoreri. Hitoreri. Kiva orech kumi uri. Uri, uri. Shir daberi. Kevod Adonai. Alayich nigla. You know what's coming. Die, die, die. La, 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 la. Lecha Dodi. La, la, la. Please rise and face the rear as you are able. La 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 la, B'nei Shabbat, B'nei Shabbat Nikah. The words will be up and to the right. Boi v'shalom, Ateret bala. Gam b'simcha u'tzola. Toch emunei am segula. Now to the left, Boi Chala, then to the right, Boi Chala, die, 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 la 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 la, Lecha Dodi, find your seats again, la 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 la, Likrat Kala, la 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 la, B'nei Shabbat, B'nei Shabbat Nikah, la 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 la, Lecha Dodi. La 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 la, Likrat Kala. La 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 la, B'nei Shabbat, B'nei Shabbat Nikah. Well, the next phrase goes back to the Psalms. Psalm 92 is Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, and that means the psalm for the Sabbath day. I want it up 4.
Okay.
And this was made very famous as a dance. We're not going to make you get up and dance because then I'd have to bow out because I can't dance. Don't ask me. You know that.
It's actually got very clear instructions.
But there's a clap
like,
here. You can help with the clap, right?
Like tushy, 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 woo is how I learned part of the dance.
Really?
Yes.
You're allowed to say that? Okay.
I just did.
I know. Tzadik katamar yifrach yifrach. Tzadik katamar yifrach. Tzadik katamar yifrach yifrach. Tzadik katamar yifrach. Ke'erez balvanon yizke. Ke'erez balvanon yizke. Ke'erez balvanon yizke. Ke'erez balvanon yizke, ke'erez balvanon yizke, ke'erez bal. Oh, we're doing the dance. So that means you have to sing. Tzadik katamar yifrach yifrach, tzadik katamar yifrach, tzadik katamar yifrach yifrach, tzadik katamar yifrach. Ke'erez balvanon yizke, ke'erez balvanon yizke, ke'erez balvanon yizke. Ke'erez balvanon yizke, ke'erez balvanon yizke, ke'erez balvanon yizke. And the last song we do as part of this is called Shalom Aleichem. And I know there's a beloved old tune that we do, but we've been learning a new one for a couple years. We want to make sure that we don't lose that. You know, years and years ago, and I'm finishing 31 years here, I changed 3 songs in one night out of 30. And somebody said, Rabbi Gibson, we can't keep you as a rabbi. You're changing all the music. I said, well, let's do the music again next week and see what happens. And the complaint happened again. You're changing all the music. And by the 3rd week, people said, oh, that's the tune that was given to Moses at Sinai, right? Which is how it usually works. There's a clap to hear if you don't know it. If you don't know the tune, you can at least get involved with your claps. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Elyon. Malachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Sharet, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'Shalom Malachei, Shalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh. Next verse.
Baruchuni l'Shalom
Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon.
Melech
Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem l'Shalom Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch. Last time to participate. Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh. Just your voices. Shalom Aleichem Malachei Shalom Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Thank you. As you are able. Wait, isn't that supposed to turn on a light? Right? Oh, awesome. As you are able, please rise for the Chatzi Kaddish before the Baruch Hu. Yikada v'yikada shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalma dira chirute v'yamlich malchuchote. Mecha hayechon v'yoho mechon. U'chayedechol bet Yisrael. Bahagala, bahagala, u'vizman kahariv. V'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach. Ve'olam olam me'amayam. Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yipa'ar, v'yitramam, yanaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha, la'ela min kol bechata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amihiran be'olma, v'yimeru. Amen. Just a little of signaling for those who we're students here. You'll remember this as the Now You Baruch Hu, right? That's right.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Now you. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
We join together in English. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. This is a new-ish melody for Ahavat Olam, but recently introduced here. We're going to start with the English. Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days, when we rise and when we lie down. Ahavat Olam. Let's do that again. Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days, when we rise and when we lie down. Ahavat Olam. Hebrew. Ahavat Olam, Beit Israel, Amcha Atah, Torah u'mitzvot, chokim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Let's do that part again. Ahavat Olam, Beit Israel, Amcha Atah, Torah u'mitzvot, chokim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Oh, go back to that. Go back. Yep, there we go. What?
We're doing day and night. You're doing Hashkivan. You're doing Ahavat.
Ahavat Olam. Okay. So you've got this side has the English.
Ready?
We're going to be strong because we've got
Day
people.
and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days, when we rise and when we lie down. Ahavat Olam. Again and day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days, when we rise and when we lie down. Everybody in English. Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days, when we rise and when we lie down. Ahavat Olam.
Go two ahead. One more. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Please rise as you are able for Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בהם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We join together in English. In the beginning, God rebelled against solitary existence with a creation of stunning variety, which ancient words say was divine reflection. We are meant to be different. We are meant for connection. Love me, says God, and love each other. Remember, oneness does not mean same. So listen, Israel, to what you know is best. In the beginning there is God, and at the end there is God. And in between there is us, with God, and that first breath joins us forever. Adonai Elohechem, amen. There's a Hasidic teaching, a Hasidic saying, that the real exile of the people in Egypt was that they learned to endure it. Today, we stand once more at the edge of the sea, yearning to free ourselves from apathy and despair. Source of courage, do not let us be paralyzed by fear nor stuck in our own complacency. Move us to act for our own sake and on behalf of others, with all of our spiritual strength and moral intelligence. Empower us to challenge and change oppressive forces, and to believe that we can and will make justice prevail.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. We're going to do that again until you get the clap right. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Malechutecha ra'u banecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze Eli anu ve'amru Adonai lo le'olam ba'ed, Adonai lo le'olam ba'ed. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Amen.
We offer a prayer of hope, of peace for us and for everyone around us. Shelter through all of the storms that trouble us in our world and in our own lives.
We're going to start with the English. Look at the top. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Try that with me, us. Let there be love. Who's not in favor of that? Standing among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu Leshalom. Back in the English. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Just you guys. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm.
Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Jesse used to jump you out of your seat on this, right? Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam. Hand motions are permitted. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael od hi le'olam, od hi le'olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Yisheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, veshamru, last time, Israel et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam.
Please rise as you are able as we turn to the Amidah and the core of our prayers.
Adonai sifatai tivta ufi yagim tehilatecha. Adonai sifatai tivta ufi yagim tehilatecha. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Ufi yagid tehilatecha Adonai sifatai tivta Ufi yagid tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu v'imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim ve'konei hakol, V'zocher chastei avot v'imot, U'mevin geulah livnei bneihem, Leman shemo be'ahava, Melech chozer Moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor leolam Adonai, Mechael matarav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayim berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Micha mocha bal gevurot umido melach. Melech memit umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua. Ne'eman ata lachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yihallelu Selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated. We join together in a prayer for Shabbat. May the Shabbat that is here bring comfort to all who grieve, sweetness to all who are in need, and balm for our wounded places. May it bring us rest and gentleness and light. May Shabbat enable us to shed our world-weary weekday faces and to soak in gratitude and wonder. May we feel connected with those whom we love and with our deepest selves and with the source. May we emerge from Shabbat nourished and ready to meet the new week. For now, may we greet Shabbat with joy. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. A compassionate one, accept the sincerity with which we pray for ourselves, for our people, and for our world. May our consciousness of you embrace each action that we take and allow us to recall the nearness of your presence created in this quiet time of worship. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. We offer a prayer of gratitude responsively. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who has given me the gifts of the dignity of the mind, the radiance of the soul, the mystery of the spirit. The presence of your glory, the wonder of being. Blessed are you, Adonai, sovereign of the universe, for all these and all your gifts. We sanctify and praise your holy name. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. We offer a prayer of peace. Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol ha-shalom.
Shalom
Rava Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Shalom
Rava Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה Bishlomecha.
Shalom
Rava Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
Shalom
Rava Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Baruch atah Adonai, hamavarech et amo Yisrael, bashalom. With prayers of peace in the air, in the environment around us, we turn to the prayers of peace within us and the prayers of our hearts that we don't share even with the people sitting right next to us. And so I invite you to take a few moments to offer those prayers.
Or at least give thanks for the double rainbow in that picture. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'emru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. So many of us have come in here not only broken from the news, but the challenges in our own lives. So many of us here know friends and relatives who are in hospitals right now and just terrified about what will happen in the next day or two. And many of us know people who are in nursing homes with relatives out of town and maybe not even one visitor for a long weekend. And unfortunately, in Western Pennsylvania, so many of us know people who struggle with a stone in the heart or face the daily battles of sobriety. We truly believe in the power that we have to call their names to mind. To call it not into a void, but into a collective heart. So if there's the name of somebody for whom you are wishing healing on this Shabbat, I'll look at your part of the congregation. Please feel free to say a name quietly or out loud. Don't raise your hand. Class is over for the week. Just call it out. Walt Rudolph, Leah Bat Chaya. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. In English, the names of the books of the Torah are based on their theme. So Genesis means beginnings, Exodus means going out, Leviticus means that which has to do with the Levites, the priestly stuff. Numbers has to do with the census that was taken at the beginning of the book, and Deuteronomy, the one everybody loves to spell, Deuteronomos, second law. But in Hebrew, it's the first important word of the first sentence. So we have Bereshit, which starts the Torah. We have Shemot, Elah Shemot, these are the names. We have Vayikra, God called. Just for the heck of it, the last ones are Bamidbar, in the desert or in the wilderness, and Devarim, words, matters, things. This first word, if you look, it has 5 Hebrew letters going from right to left. People ask me all the time, well, why is Hebrew written from right to left if most people are righty? Because you know when you write English and you're lefty, you smear all the time, right? So who knows the answer? Why is Hebrew written from right to left? Because the first writing was not with quills, but with hammers and chisels. And people did this, like that. Now, Greek flipped when they started using pens, but we and Arabic both kept the right to left deal. All of our lefty students love Hebrew, because they don't smear their names, right? Vayikra, as Rabbi Gorbin, who is an expert, will tell you, has to do with korbanot. The word korban means a sacrifice. And what is the purpose of a sacrifice? Not just to fulfill a ritual, but to draw you close. As a matter of fact, a wonderful commentator I just read today said Vayikra is different from the other words by which God connects with us in speech. Usually when God speaks to Moses, God says, Vaydaber Adonai. God spoke, and Moses heard. Or he says, Vayomer Adonai. God said, and Moses responded. But Vayikra, and God called. What does it mean to be called? You don't call somebody unless you have a relationship with them. Unless it's a robocall, which will not be in the sermon tonight. Calling means you've got a reason to expect that somebody will respond. When I was growing up, my mother didn't call. My father called. And when my father called, as most of you know, there were 5 of us within 7 years top to bottom, you better answer. Because people hit in those days. They didn't beat us to death, but, a pachentuchas was kind of like the way things were. Anybody besides me got a pachentuchas when they were growing up? Okay, good. I don't have to report anybody in my family. Calling means that you're cared about. Calling means that you matter. If people don't call you, well, they're just kind of talking. And we are called as a people, just like Moses is called to represent us. The most fascinating thing about this is in the Torah, the last letter is tiny, just like that. Does anybody know what that letter is? Jesse, you went to Hebrew school. What letter is it? It's Aleph. Aleph has the wonderful sound. Aleph sounds like this. It's completely silent. And the rabbis tell us that it's an Aleph because Moses was terrified of being called. He did not feel worthy. He'd been called up the Mount of Sinai to get the law, and now he's being called to the tent of meeting to be given ritual instruction. He does not feel worthy. He does not feel worthy, and he wonders whether God should call somebody else. And so the rabbis in the Talmud have this incredible imagination. They have no problem dreaming fantastical things. And so Moses has a dream, and he goes and he visits God in heaven, and God is tying little crowns on 7 of the Hebrew letters. If you look at the side of a Torah scroll, there are tiny little crowns on some of the letters. They're gorgeous. They're a work of art. And Moses says, why are you doing that? And God says, because someday a great descendant of the rabbinic tradition, Rabbi Akiba, will interpret not only the words of the Torah and the laws of the Torah, but even the crowns. And Moses says, really? Why? He said, this is my will. Turn around. And he sees that great man, Rabbi Akiba, and he's inventing laws based on little crowns on tops of letters. And Moses says to God, if you had Akiba, why did you give the Torah to me? And God says, that's my will. That's my will. Akiba, an amazing man. We think of our rabbis as those who went to the cheder when they were 3, went to yeshiva when they were 12, and mastered everything. Rabbi Akiba was illiterate till he was 40. He did not know an aleph from a bet. And he married a beautiful woman, and his father-in-law cut them off because he did not want his daughter marrying an illiterate. And Rachel finally got in his case and said, you have to learn. He said, we have no money. She sold her hair to the wig makers and bought his tuition. And he was so determined to learn, he did not go to the adult class of CCAC. He went to elementary school and sat with the kindergartners. And he learned Aleph and Bet and Gimel and Dalet and all of his letters over and over and over and over again. And within 20 years, he was the master of his generation, and he was inventing laws based on crowns, on letters. And when somebody asked him, how did you do that? He said, first of all, my wife sold her hair. Give her the credit. And then he said, letter by letter, word by word, sentence by sentence, chapter by chapter, book by book. So don't you ever say that you can't learn. I'm too old to pick up a Jewish book. Letter by letter, word by word, sentence by sentence, chapter by chapter, book by book. That's how we do it. And we are called, just as Moses was called to learn about the sacrifices, we are called to read about what Moses said and did. And God would not call you if you were not of ultimate worth. Calling means that you matter. You don't bother calling people who don't matter. And just like Moses mattered, even though he was humble with that little Aleph, and Akiba mattered, even though he started out illiterate, wherever you are in your Jewish learning, you matter. And if in the next 2 years you go up one rung, you have proved the point. 52 years ago this Shabbat, I was called to the Torah's bar mitzvah. On Shabbat Zachor, which is the Shabbat just before Purim. Purim is coming up next Wednesday. We'll tell an announcement about that in just a minute, or 2 or 3, or whatever it takes. I was so scared. They didn't do recordings on memory sticks. They gave you a record and said, learn the record. They didn't even teach us how to chant. They said, learn the record. And my brothers had wonderful bar mitzvahs, and they set the level, so you always got to live up to them. And then they called by name Yaakov, ben Eliezer David Valeah, son of Eliezer David and Leah, my mother and father. And guess what? Terror dissipated, and the voice of Torah came through me. I remember it like it was yesterday, 52 years ago. All of us are called. It's up to us to respond. Don't be caught in the small aleph of being so humble that you don't respond when you are called. If every one of us responds, how can we disappear? If every one of us responds, it means that we mattered, not just to God, but to ourselves. If we respond when we're called, it's all worthwhile. My hope and prayer for you is that you make it worthwhile. That Moses was called, that Akiba was called, that Akiba's wife Rachel was called, and that you are called. Amen. I would like anybody who has a March birthday to come up to get candy and blessings. And the candy's chocolate. Okay? We're going to line up here. There we go. There are too many wires here. I'm a Jewish mother, so let's line up here. Okay, line up. Yes, I know. We're saving one. Oh, you got it? You're doing it?
Well, because you're going to, yeah.
Okay, you bless them, and I'm going to bless Ruth in a minute.
No, you're going to.
You got the candy. Okay. So we always go around and we say our names and our birth date, and if you're willing, how old you are.
Mara, March 30th, and I'll be 29.
Whew.
Barbara, March 2nd, what year is this? 63.
Take two, come on.
Susan, March 1st, and I'm just caught up with Rabbi Jamie.
We're Medicare eligible, yay!
Lauren, March 11 and 34.
Mimi, March 23rd, 71.
Wow.
Have some chocolate. Thank you.
Jill, March 27th and 27.
Fantastic. So we're going to sing the Shechianu blessing to them. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lahazman hazeh. Praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who has caused us to live, sustained us, and allowed us with you to reach this delightful time in your lives, and may this year be filled with joy, blessing, health, opportunity, fulfillment. May you be called to do wonderful things in this coming year. Everybody say Mazel Tov. Oh, like you mean it. Come on, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Ruth, come on up. Mazel Tov. Ruth, you're going to stand right over here. Over here. Hit your mark. You got wheels. There we go. We're going to get that over there. Come on, keep going. And we're going to have you turn around and face me.
Face you, okay.
Now, my only question is, you all want to surround her?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no tripping. You go behind her. There you go. Eloheinu v'Eloi Avotenu v'Imatenu, our God and God of our mothers and God of our fathers. Ruth stands here in the fullness of joy and love and accomplishment, having reached her 90th year. She stands with the Torah on her right and her community on her left, and her family behind her and a rabbi in front of her. She is surrounded by those that she has cared for and nurtured so much, who only want to care for and nurture her right now. May her joys be realized. May her tears, when she sheds them, be tears of joy and pride and accomplishment. May she take pleasure in the wisdom she's gained and the blessings that stand surrounding her at this moment. May she be blessed throughout her entire life, even as she's blessed at this moment. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless you and keep you. Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, may God cause God's light to shine on you and shine within you and be gracious to you. Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, may God lift up God's presence and grant you joy, fulfillment, accomplishment, well-being, love, the well-being we call peace, as together we say. Amen. Can we sing Shechianu to her? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lahazman hazeh. Now a mazel tov for a 90-year-old. 1, 2, 3. Mazel tov. There we go. May I give you a kiss?
Yes, thank you. Mwah.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Good snack.
There are a few things going on this weekend. I just want to make sure everybody does know. Tomorrow, there is Torah study at 8:30 in the morning up in the Lockhart Lounge. It is followed by our morning minyan, which is at 9:15. And later in the day, there is our Purim Carnival, which is organized by young adults, and we are thrilled to have young adults here tonight and possibly here tomorrow. They get first crack at all the carnival games that the little ones get to play on Sunday. And a little bit...
So much fun with a cocktail.
What's the cocktail?
A signature cocktail. First of all, what month are we in? Adar.
Adar.
So the cocktail is called Adar. You kidding me?
Oh, I thought it was a Purim Teeny. That was something else.
I don't know what that is.
Okay,
but we're having
a
Adar. You kidding me?
And I don't drink, so please don't ask me later, so I don't know. Ruth, you got candy, all right? Later in that evening at the JCC will be the second of the 3 performances of Hadassah, which is a musical based on Hamilton, brilliantly executed by Eleanor Nathanson, Sarah Stock-Mayo, Delilah, our wonderful director here, and it will also be done at 3:30 in the afternoon on Sunday. In the morning here, we have our celebration for our religious school, our Next Door program, including our carnival. And I say the same thing every year. Some of you have heard me say this, so I apologize. I say the same thing every year. If I tell the same way, I'm in my anecdotage. I just tell the same things over and over. What's supposed to be funny, David? I know. Our carnival is the best carnival because it's low tech. There are no video games. There's a lot of face painting and touching things and throwing things and kids having a great time. Abby, don't we have a low tech carnival? Absolutely. So please come enjoy the low tech, and then you can enjoy the last performance of Hadassah. On Wednesday night is our Purim night here. We're going to begin by having dinner. You have to sign up for that dinner by Monday. Please sign up for the dinner. There are many, many spaces left. We want to have a great sense of camaraderie all evening. And then we're going to have the beginning of the reading of the Megillat Esther in Hebrew. And then we're going to have our Purim Shvil, which is a Mary Poppins Purim with songs from both the old and the new. And I'll bet you it's going to be like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And after that, is that sound quite atrocious? Okay. So please come. Everybody is involved, and we're going to have little kids involved, and Lizzie Katchen is our lead. We're delighted in her. She's our Esther this year. And then it's going to be followed by the Hamantash and Laka debate. This is the 3rd edition of it. Debating this year, and we don't know who's choosing which is better. So Dr. Jared Cohn, the former president of CMU, Dan Gilman, our councilman, Rabbi Sarah Perman, the Rabbi Emerita of Greensburg, because that is the right Latin, right? Not emeritus, That's her guy. Nancy Burke, who's a stand-up comedian, and Toby Tabachnik, star reporter for the Jewish Chronicle. So come and hear that. I will be serving a very special small thimbleful of a concoction called maple whiskey. It's only made in Montreal. And I also buy a bottle of Slivovitz for people who like battery acid. If you like. Has anybody ever had Slivovitz? It's plum brandy from Croatia. It's UO. It's got to be, or it's Orthodox Union, but boy, that'll clean out your insides, I'm told. Anyway, and we don't go heavy on the drinking thing the way our friends do down at Hobart and Whiteman, but a little bit, so you can get a little bit joyous, okay? And then next week is a huge week, especially given what's happened last night. Next week is our 3rd annual Islamic Center of Pittsburgh Temple Sinai Shabbat dinner and service. So please call on Monday, sign up for that dinner. They were so joyous and so appreciative that Rabbi Gorban and I were at their Friday prayers today. Please come. They want to be with us. We want to serve them. They're our guests, and they want to have Shabbat with us as well. So that will be 5:45 dinner, followed by a 7 o'clock service, our 3rd annual. We instituted this less than a month after the travel ban from 2 years ago, and we just need to continue the relationship so that when terrible things happen, we can be with each other and for each other and support each other in the community. Okay, that's it. Rabbi Gorban, did I miss anything? I always do. Manish Tanah Laila. No, why is...
That's next month.
I said Manish Tanah, which is one of the 4 questions from Pesach, but why is it different for me to forget, not to forget things? Because I always forget things.
Please rise as you are able for Aleinu as we enter the conclusion of our service.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, lateit gedula liyotzeh breshit, shelo asana kegoyei haratzon,
velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu
kahem v'gohor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu kor'in u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo after hours. The one thing that Rabbi Gibson did miss is that all of you who are in your 20s and 30s are welcome to join me upstairs in our Lockhart Lounge for Shabbat after hours. We have some wine and appetizers and things and a conversation. Just fun hangout time. It's our custom before Mourner's Kaddish that we mention the names of those who have died at the season in years past, followed by those who have died in more recent days. If we say the name of somebody for whom you are saying Kaddish, we'll ask you to rise so we can recognize you as a mourner. At the end of our list of names, we'll ask everyone to rise because we believe that no mourner should ever need to stand alone. This week, we especially remember the names of Bernice Jaffe Abus, Rita Anderson, May Arkin, and M.J. Bierman, Louis W. Bennett, Dave Birkenfeld, Lena Block, Marilyn Safian Block, and Bunny Cooper, Betty Dash, Rebecca Engelman, Rhoda Lurie Freed, and Dr. Ray Radwin Galpern, Mary Gatemi, Alex Goldberg and Evelyn Goldberg, Dora Goldstein, Barbara Hackman, and Max Handelsman, Molly Holtzman, Lillian G.J., Lester Carlton and Red Krasny, Mel Coors, Alex Lample, Jolie Lee, Louis Lenson, Rachel Lilienthal, and Jean Ruth Mandras, Leon Mann, Maurice Marcus, and Kathy McHenrick, and Steve McHenrick, Caroline Mervis, Edna Matoski, and Shirley Ann Miller, Jordan Pantel, Lester Rosenblum, Kitty Ruttenberg, Ira Sadowski, Bessie Safian, Nate Safian, Ron Shore, Josie Pfeiffer Schwartz, and Herbert Siegel, Abe Silverblatt, Eugene Silverman, Eva Simon, and Leo J. Stein, Helen Tauman and Madeline Tauman, Alfred Wagman, Harriet Wedner, and Anna Clutchman Weinstein, Catherine M. Wheeler, Jerome Wolfson, and Sidney Zuckerman. And now remember those whose recent deaths we still mourn: Stuart Blackman, Raymond Arnold Gross, Jim Warren, Sherman Lieberman, Evelyn Rebb, Eleanor Bloom. And before our Kaddish, we will all stand together for 10 seconds in memory of those who died at prayer in their mosque in New Zealand. We continue with Kaddish. Yikadal, Yikadash, Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yomad yivrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. V'agala uvizman kari v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam u'lalmei al-maya. Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. Yitadar, Yitaleh, Yitalal, Shmei Kudsha, Brechu. Ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma v'yimru. Amen. Yehi shlom rabba min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, upon all of Israel, upon a world that we know needs the healing that we might give it, upon all of us who mourn our beloved dead, as together we say,
Amen.
Amen. Okay, before we do Chag Purim, which some of you I know remember from religious school or other sources, who's a poppy seed person? I'm poppy seed. Who's a prune? Who's so modern they like anything but prune or poppy seed? Oh, yes.
I mean, Nutella is awesome as well, but...
Nora, you're going to help with the blessing over cookies, okay? Goes like this. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol, Hulai Hudim, Masechot, Rashanim, Zmirot Rikudim, Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Baharashanim. That was less than adequate. You know, you can sing la la, make a lot of noise. You're supposed to make a lot of noise. When we say Rosh, 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 that means noise. It goes like this. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol, Hulai Hudim, Masechot, Rashanim, Zmirot Rikudim, Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Baharashanim. Third time. Let's see what happens.
Are you going to speed it up now?
1, 2. You know what to do. And Chag Purim, Chag Gadol, Hulai Hudim, Masechot, Rashanim, Zmirot Rikudim, Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Havanarisha, Rash, 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 Baharashanim. Bruchim atem b'voachem, bruchim atem b'tzeitchem, metavar olam. May you be blessed every place you go into God's world. May you be blessed every place you come in as well, as together we say,
Amen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei mizonot. Praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of all, who makes animal crackers so good you can eat them in the shape of pigs, which you cannot do otherwise. As together we say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom.